This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, hello. Good afternoon, students. Can you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, we will wait for 1 minute. We will wait for 2 more minutes. Okay. Yeah, any doubts you can ask me. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Data types clear for everybody? Data types. Is it clear for everybody? హలో సార్ చెప్పండి. క్లాస్లో ఉన్నాను సార్. కాదు సార్, వీళ్ళకి 3 to 5 ఉంది కదా వర్క్షాప్. అవును సార్. ఇవాళ కాదు సార్, ఇప్పుడు మండే రోజు కూడా 15 మెంబర్స్ జాయిన్ అవుతున్నారు అన్నారు కదా సార్. మెసేజ్ పెట్టాను సార్, మెసేజ్ పెట్టాను చూడండి సార్. ఇప్పుడు మిమ్మల్ని కూడా యాడ్ చేశాను. పెడతాను సార్. ఇప్పుడు 6 o'clock అట్లా పెడతాను నేను సార్. అట్లా ఆ టైంకి అందరూ చూస్తారు కదా. 6 o'clock ఒక 10-15 minutes క్లాస్ పెడతాను. అవును సార్. అదే గ్రూప్ కోర్స్ గురించి డీటెయిల్స్ గురించి అవన్నీ పెట్టాను. అట్లా స్టార్ట్ అయింది ఉంటుంది సార్. ఒకసారి చూడండి, మిమ్మల్ని కూడా యాడ్ చేశాను చూడండి. అవునా సార్? ఓకే సార్. అవును సార్. అవునవును సార్. మరి రోజు ఫేసెస్ కనిపించడం అయితే స్లో అయిపోద్ది సార్ నెట్. కావాలి అందరూ. సరే సార్, లాస్ట్ లో ఎప్పుడన్నా అదే అందరూ వేసుకోవచ్చు. సరే సార్. ఓకే సార్. Can we start? Okay, if you are having any doubts, you can ask me anytime. Okay, you can ask me anytime. Whenever you want, you can ask me. Okay, so today we are going to see the technology behind the Python. So technology behind Python, why it is very popular, why it is very famous. Okay, so why it is code is very simple code, easy code understanding, isn't it? Python is a very simple code. We know that simple, easy, understandable. So many advantages are there. So many are there. Simple, easy, understandable, expressive. Okay, all these things comes under Python. In Python we'll be having all these things. Okay, so these are the things present in the Python. Okay, now we are going to see why it is very simple, the technology behind that. Okay, in C language, while coming to the C language, it is compiler based language, isn't it? We know that compiler based language. So what it will do, compiler, what it will do? It will compile the program. It will convert high level language to low level language, isn't it? It will convert the high level language to low level language, that is English like language to zeros and ones. It will be converting English like language to zeros and ones. Okay, so that will be English like language, high level language to low level language, binary language, zeros and ones, it will be converted. After converting zeros and ones, the whole program will be executed and output will be getting, output or errors will be getting, isn't it? After getting output or errors, after getting output, that will be again converted into high level language. That will be again converted into low level language. It will be converted into high level language to high level language. It will be again converted into low level language to high level language. High level language. So the thing is it will be converted into low level language and displays on the monitor, displays on output device. So that displays on output device, what does it mean? Output device means monitor, especially 99% will be having monitor. Okay, so in C it will be happening like this. In C the thing is happened like this, whereas in the Python, whereas coming to the Python, so Python technology is different. It will be very different from the apart from this. So in C language, if you want to write a C language, what we are supposed to do in C language, we will be including like this, hash include hash include stdio.h, hash include stdio.h. Okay, and we will be including so what is the purpose of this? Purpose of this stdio.h, the purpose of this is standard input output header file. This is the header file, isn't it? So this is the meaning of standard input output header file, standard sd. Okay, standard input output header file. What it will do? What it will do? So it will be including all the header files, all the files, isn't it? All the files it will be including, input output files, all everything it will be including here. It will be including all the files. Okay, so header file, it is a header file. Standard input output header file. So it will be including all the files, that is scanf, printf, all this comes under header file. So what are the primary thing? Scanf, printf, scanf, put ch, get ch, get c, put c, like this. Okay, we'll be having like if cl or cr, here the function. So like this, all these things we can use directly by including the standard input header files like this. Okay, so in Python, what will happen in Python? Considering the Python, what will happen? It is a interpreter based, isn't it? Line by line, it will be executing line by line execution. So in Python, we will be using instead of include, we will be using in Python import. We'll be using import. Import means, so we don't use hash directly. We will be using in the program. If we want to write the program, import math. We'll be importing like this. Okay. So what is the use of importing like this? We are going to see with an example. Okay. So we'll be writing directly Python. Python. If you click on Python, we'll be getting interpreter. Directly we'll be getting interpreter. See here, the command based interpreter will be getting like this. And here and here we'll be writing, see here, import math. So what is happening? Import math. If you type the import math, what is happening? What is happening in math? In math module will be containing math module. We'll be having module. This is a module. Okay, math module will be containing. It is just like header file. Instead of header file, we'll be calling it as a math header in a C. So if you include the math file, we are importing 5,000 plus mathematical formulas, functions. Okay, 5,000 plus mathematical functions directly in our program. So that is the meaning of that. Okay, we are importing 5,000 plus mathematical functions directly in our program. So we can use directly like this. In the next step, we will be using math module name dot particular function. If you type like this, we will be getting value for this 3.4 or something like this. It will be getting. So math dot e exponential 2.7 something values we will be getting. 2.7 I think 2.7 like this values we will be getting. We are going to see that directly. So we have imported a math, import math we have done this. So import math means math. In the math, what will happen? In the math, what will happen? 5,000 plus mathematical functions, it will be directly included in the 1 GB of memory. I have told you already, isn't it? I have told you already 1 GB of memory will be allocated. 1 GB of memory will be allocated, isn't it? So 1 GB of memory, that math module will be included. It will be imported in that 1 GB of memory. It's just like a RAM 1 GB of memory, dynamic memory. In that math will be imported. Okay. So now I can use the math module .py. See the value of the pi directly. No need of pi will be one of the function in the 5,000 plus mathematical functions. Pi will be the one of the thing. So as it is, as also e also exponential also, while directly I will be getting. So what I am supposed to do, along with the module name dot function, particular that function. Okay, so module name dot function, that is the everything will be written in the form of a function. I already mentioned everything in the Python will be written in the form of a functions. Okay, so why we will be writing in the form of a function? It is reusability. We can use n number of times. We can directly import that module or function. We can directly use it. You are going to understand that why we will be using that modules and functions. Okay. So I already told you. So at the module name is, for example, here module name is math dot function is pi. Okay, we'll be getting the value for that particular thing. At the interpreter next line, we'll be getting the value 3.14444 something value we are getting. Okay, so this is the thing we are getting, importing a math module. So now the technology behind the Python we are going to discuss. What is the technology behind Python? So the technology behind Python, this will be using, what is the technology behind Python? In the Python, packages will be there. First the packages will be there. In the packages we'll be having sub packages. In the sub packages we'll be having modules. In the modules we'll be having functions. Okay. So module is nothing but, don't worry, module is nothing but .py extension. Whatever name, sample.py. Sample is the name of the module, and py extension. This is called as a module. This is a module. Okay. In the module we'll be having coding in the form of functions. Coding in the form of functions. Okay. So coding will be in the form of functions. Likewise, math, for example, math is a module. Math is a module. In that module we'll be having 5,000 plus mathematical formulas. 5,000 plus mathematical formulas in the form of functions. Okay, in the form of functions. So directly these functions we can use directly. We can use this function. How we can use the function? Import math. Import math means that math will be imported in the 1 GB of dynamic memory. We have discussed that already, isn't it? One dynamic memory will be allocated. It is just like balloon. So if it is grown, I mean the air is blown inside the balloon, it will be automatically increased. So that way we'll be doing that. That way, how many packages and modules we'll be importing, that much it will be imported. Okay, we are going to see now. We are going to see the what are modules and functions. What are modules and packages in Python. So modules and packages we are going to see. Then you will understand the real thing of the module and what is module and packages. Okay. So see here, see this diagram. Can you able to see this diagram, everybody? Can you able to see this diagram, isn't it? Can you able? Do I need to zoom in? So here we can see the package. Game is a package. Okay. So game is a package. We can see here. So game is a package. In the package we are having sub packages. Sound, image and level are the sub packages in the game. Okay, that will be like this. This technology, this is the Python technology. Okay, game is a package and sound, image, levels are the sub packages. In the sub packages we are having all the modules. I have already told you, whatever you can see with the name, whatever you will be seeing with the math, for example math, whatever you will be seeing with the .y extension, it will be called as a module. Sample.py. So sample is a module. Sample is called as module. In the module we'll be having functions. Coding will be written in the form of functions. Okay, we are going to see this, then you will understand completely. So packages, in the game package we are having the sub packages. Sound, image and level are the sub packages. In the sub packages we'll be having all the modules. Each and every sub packages will be having the modules. These are all the modules. In sound module we are having initialization, load.py, play.py, pass.py. In the image module, initialization, open.py, change.py, close.py. in the level initialization start load overload over dot py. So it will be like this. So now we are going to see this example. Import game dot level dot start. What does it mean? Import game dot level dot start. Import, we are importing game in the game package. Okay, in the game package, level is the sub package. This is the level is the sub package. In the game package, we are importing the okay, in the game package, we are importing in the sub package is the level package, level sub package. In the game package, we are importing the level is a sub package. In that, we are importing what we are importing. We are importing the start. Okay, we are importing the start module. So that is the start. This is the start, isn't it? So we are importing the start. So this is how we will be doing. We are importing the start module. So particularly in the game package, sub package, level sub package, we are importing the start. That is the meaning of that. Okay, now you can see here. Now you can see here. Now you can see here in the package, sub package, and the start is the. I hope you understood this, isn't it? I'll be pasting here. You will understand that. So we are importing game is the package and level is sub package and start is the module in that package module. Okay, so this is the meaning. This is the meaning of that. We are importing like this. So this is the meaning of that. Okay, now what is the meaning? If I just import the import game means we can use all the things, isn't it? If I just import the game, import package, this package, I can use all the things, all the sub packages I can directly use. Sound, image, and level, all the sub packages I can directly use. But I am importing in the game package, I'm importing level sub package, I'm importing start.py. Only I'm importing this module, not all the things. Not all the things. If I want to import all the things, what I'm supposed to do? Import game is enough. Import game is enough. Sub packages, all everything I can use directly in my program. Okay, so we will be importing like this. Next, see here in the game package, isn't it? Game is the package. In that level is the sub package. Start is the module. In the start module, we are particularly calling the function. In the start module, there may be n number of functions. Okay, in the module, there may be n number of functions. There is no limit. No limit. It can be n number of functions, no limit. Okay, so this n can be anything. This n can be anything. This n can be anything. So n number of functions, but we are calling here only particularly one function. Select difficulty. We are calling only one function. So we will be writing like this. We will be writing like this. So see here from game dot level import start. Okay. So from game dot level we are importing start module. Start module for start mode. I mean for module no need to. For module, no need to write like this. For module, no need to write .py extension. No need. Just we can write like this. Import game, import like this. Okay. Import game dot level dot start is the module. We can write like this. Directly we can write like, no need of writing .py. We can write like this. Directly we can write like this. So what is the meaning of this? We are importing. So what is the meaning of this? We are importing game package. Game package. In that we are importing level subpackage. Level subpackage. In that we are importing start module. So if we do like this, so functions inside the module, I am using all the functions inside the module. So that is the meaning of that. Functions inside the module, I am using all the functions inside the module. So it may be any number of functions. Okay, I am using like this. But here in this case, if I write like this, what is the meaning of that? If I write like this, what is the meaning of that? I am particularly importing the only one function. I am particularly importing. What is that? Difficulty. I am particularly importing only one function. What is that? Select difficulty. This is the parameter. 2 is the parameter. Okay, sample parameter. This function I am importing. I am just importing this particular function for the above statement. That is the meaning of that. Okay. So now see here, from game.level.import start, from game.level import start. Is it equal to this import game.level.start? Is it the same? Is it the same or different? You need to tell me. So I will give you one thing. Import game.level.start. Okay. So now from game.level import start. So I'm asking you, I'm asking is the above two are same, or different? If you understand this, you will understand the technology behind that. I'm asking you a doubt. Is it the same or different? Same or different? Yes, same. Okay. So we can do like this. Both the ways we can write. Okay. Here I'm importing. I'm using import. So here I'm using from. I can write both the ways. I can write it. I can use both the ways. Okay. Did you understand this? Both the ways I can use. From game.level.import.start is equal to, this is equal to import.level.start. This will be the same. This is the same. Did you understand, everybody? Okay. So this will be the same thing. Now you understand, we can write in two different ways. We can write two things in the two different ways. I can use both the ways. Two different ways we can write. We can use in two different ways. Different ways. Okay. I can use from and import. Both are same. Depending upon the situation, I will be using. Both are same. I can use both the things. Both are same. Depending upon the uses, depending upon our requirement, we will be using. So if I write like this, for example, if I import like this from game.level.import star, I can directly use this module name. This is the module name and function. I can directly call like this. I can directly call like this. If I use like this, I can directly call like this. Okay. If I use from star from this thing, if I use like this, if I import like this at the command at the interpreter, I can directly use like this. Are you getting me? If I directly use like this, I can. Okay, I can directly write like this. Start dot select underscore difficulty. Okay, now you understood. I can directly write in the program like this. In the program, I can directly write like this. Okay, now you will understand, isn't it? So this is the, we are importing the star. Star is the module, isn't it? Start is a module. Module with the function name. Module with the function name. This is the module dot function. I can call like this. I can directly use in my program. I can directly use like this. I can directly use like this in my program. Okay, are you getting me? Hope you understood this. Next, see here. Okay, if I import like this, I can directly write the function. If I import like this, from 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 game dot level dot start import select difficulty. So directly can I call the function? Now I can directly call the function like this. I can directly call the function like this. The parameters. So now I am importing the package. In that package, I am importing the in the sub package. In the sub package, I am importing the module. I am importing in the module particularly this function. I am importing the module in this module particularly this function. So directly I can call like this in the program. Directly I can call like this in the program. Are you getting me? Are you getting me? Understood? Right. Next, coming to the next point. Okay. So we'll be writing like this. We can directly call the function like this. So this is about the packages. So this is how we will be importing the packages. This is the sample, isn't it? Game is the package. In that we are having the sub packages. 3 sub packages will be having sound, image, and level are the sub packages. In that sub packages we'll be having modules. In this sub package we are having a lot of modules. N number of modules we can have. Okay. So this is the scenario. This is the scenario. So at least one package from the top. Okay. Package must contain at least one sub package. Okay. So sub package must contain at least one module. So module must contain at least one function. Then only it will be called as a module. So coming from the bottom, so if you are having any one function, then only it will be called as a module. If it is containing at least one module, then only it will be called as a sub package. If it contain at least one sub package, then only it will be called as a package. I hope you understand, isn't it? So this is the scenario. So this is the scenario. At least one package must contain at least one sub package. In the sub package we are going to so now we are going to write a program, create a module. So in the module we are having a, in this we are having a, now you understood, I think, I hope you understood. Now in the module what will be having? In the module we will be having at least one function, isn't it? In the module we'll be having at least one function. Okay. So we will create one sample module and we will see how it works. We are going to create a sample module and see how it works. Okay. So this is the sample module. Module must contain at least one function, isn't it? So we are taking at least one function. We are creating a function. Okay. Now we are going to create a function. So this is one function, adding a function. We are going to create this. Where we need to create? We need to create this at the ideally, isn't it? So this is ideally, we are going to create a module. In that module we'll be having a function. Okay. So this is the function. One function we have written a function. Okay. This is one function we have written. Add two numbers. Adding a 2. So I told you already, the whole code will be writing in a Python in the form of functions, so that directly I can import that module anywhere I want. I can directly import that module. So the module contains at least one function. So it may contain n number of different functions, So likewise in the math, we'll be having 5000 plus functions. But here I am creating only one function. For sample, we are going to create one function. So this is going to be working. Okay. This is the sample function we have written. So triple like this we will be using for multiple commenting. So in Python we will be using this triple quotations as it is for multiple commenting. I will be showing that. I will be typing here. So this will be used for multiple commenting. Multiple commenting. Okay. Multiple commenting we'll be using for multiple commenting. Triple. Okay. Hash is used for single line commenting. Single line commenting. Okay. So these are the things you need to remember this. Now see here we have written a module. From the module we have, in the module we are having the addition of two numbers. Okay. Just to see here, this is the commenting. Just two lines. Return is equal to result is equal to a plus b return result. Okay. So we are saving this module now. From now onwards, we'll be calling it as a module because .py extension, what will be having the .py extension will be called as a module. I am saving this program on the desktop as addition .py, a module. This is a module, isn't it? .py module. We can see here. This is the module. And run module. We can see here run module. If you run the module, we don't have anything in the printer. We don't have any print item in this. So we don't have any display. It won't display anything. It won't display. It will be blank because we did not write any printer in this. So this is the module we have created, isn't it? Now we are going to call this module. Now we are going to call this module. Okay. How we are going to call this module? See here carefully. At the command prompt, I am writing Python. Python. If I type command prompt at the command prompt, if I type Python, see here, and again I am doing that. Don't get confused. At the command prompt, DOS prompt, CMD I am typing. It will be coming at the Python. So Python, if I type Python, it will be coming like this. I am importing what is the module name? Addition, isn't it? Addition.py. Addition. Okay. It is not able to import. Why it is not able to import? Anybody? So where is the addition? The spelling, I have written the wrong spelling, guys, isn't it? I'll modify it. 1 minute. Addition. So this is the module I have created. I'm importing at the command prompt addition. It is not imported. Why it is not imported? The thing is, it is in the desktop. It is in the desktop. Okay. Command prompt. I am just activating the Python. I'm activating the Python. Okay. Now I am importing addition. Addition, you can see here. You can see here addition. Okay. I'm importing addition. This is a module, isn't it? I'm importing. It is not able to import. Why? Because it is in the desktop, isn't it? CD desktop. We need to move to the desktop. The path. Okay. Now I am just calling the Python. Python, it will be working anywhere in our system. Add path. We will be clicking add path, isn't it? While installing. Okay. This is the advantage. It will be working anywhere in our system, Python. Okay. Now I have opened at the user. Here at the username, I have opened the Python. Now I am opening it as the desktop. See here, username, and I am opening it at the desktop. It is in the desktop, isn't it? Addition is in the desktop. We can see here addition. So now I am importing the addition. Import addition. So it is successfully imported. Where it is imported, this addition will be placed in the 1 GB of RAM I have discussed, isn't it? 1 GB of dynamic RAM, it will be imported. It is having only one function, isn't it? So addition dot module name dot inside the function add, isn't it? So we can see here add is the inside the function inside the module name. Add is the function. Okay, this is the module. Addition.py is the module. Add is the function inside that. I am calling that add function with the two parameters we are having, isn't it? So I am adding two parameters. See here. Here I am adding two parameters 23.46 comma 29, and I will be getting, see here the addition. I am getting the output for this. So did you understand this, everybody? Did you understand? Just I am importing the addition module. In the addition module, okay, I'm calling with the addition name. Addition is the module name. Addition dot what is the function present inside that addition. Okay, so can you do this thing? Can you do this thing? This is the function inside that addition function, isn't it? So this is the function you can see here in the desktop. Addition is the function. Addition is the module. In that module, we are having only one function. So likewise, can you write other functions? Can you create the other functions? Okay, this is the output we'll be getting. So this, like this, we'll be getting our output. Okay, now can you create other things? Now, can you create other functions? Other functions left is addition. We have done. Addition is done. Addition is done. What are the other functions? Subtraction, multiplication, and division. So can you do this? Can you do all these functions? So just to see, I will be creating another one. I'll be removing this. Okay, I'm creating the another one, another module. Another module I'm creating. See here, file, new file. So .py extension, what we'll be typing with the .py extension, that will be module. That will be module. It must contain at least one function, isn't it? So it is the function. It is the function. It must contain at least one function. This is the function. Okay. So I'm writing this function. I'm just copying and pasting this function, addition of two numbers, and I am just saving this module. Saving this module. Whatever we are saving with this .py extension, that will be so summation .py. With the summation.py, I'm saving the name at the desktop. Okay. Now it is saved with the summation.py. Now at the command prompt, see here, at the command prompt, I'm just activating the Python, and I am importing the summation.py. No need of extension py. This is the module. Summation is the module, isn't it? So I am importing this, but it is not able to import. Why? Because it is in the desktop. It is in the desktop. Okay. So see here, this is a summation is in the desktop. Now I am opening this. Now I am opening the command prompt. Now I am opening the command prompt. I am importing again. So here Python. Here Python, if we type, it will be coming like this. I am importing the module summation, which I created now. In that I am having only one function. Okay. So it is not able to import. Control Z. I am going to click the Control Z, and you can see here it is in the desktop, isn't it? CD desktop. CD desktop. Now I am in the desktop, isn't it? Now Python. Python is activated at the desktop. Now I am importing summation. It is successfully imported. So summation module is imported in the 1 GB of memory. Okay. Can I use now this module? This module contains only one function, dot add function, isn't it? You can see here. This module contains only add function, summation. See here. You can see here. Okay. Adding two numbers, add function. I'm calling here, this function I am calling 23 comma 34. Now you can see the output 57. Okay. Like this we can just import the module. This is the technology behind the Python. Okay. Now Python at the command prompt, Python, the program name I can call directly. What is the program name? Summation. Summation.py, and output will be getting like this. Okay. Output will become getting like this. So this is how we can do. Are you able to follow me? Now you are, I think you got this. We have created two different files, two different modules, and we have created in the same, in two different modules, we are having the same thing. So can you do the same thing? I mean, the subtraction we have done, addition we have done. Okay, addition we have done. I have shown you the addition. Addition, can you do? Okay, you can do. If you understand this, you can do the rest of the things. Now you can do rest of the things. Okay, okay. Now we are going to see the example. This is explained. Okay, import example. This is the module name. Module name is example, import example, example dot add with the two parameters we have given, output will be coming like this. So now we are going to see the different modes of importing. Different modes of importing we are going to see. Okay. So different modes of importing we are going to see. So we can write it in a program, or we can write it at the command prompt. Can we write it in the command prompt? We can do that. Okay. So see here what we are doing. Import math. Import math module we are importing. It is successfully imported. Print the value of pi is math.py. So we are printing like this, math.py. Okay. Sorry. The value of pi is, okay, math.py. Now we will be getting the output like this. The value of pi is math.py. So directly we can do like this. Import math and math.py. We will be getting values like this. Okay. Can you able to understand, everybody? Okay. Next step. So how we are importing? See here, directly we can import like this. This is one way. Directly we can import like this. This is one way. Import math. The value of pi is math.py. Okay. So this will be coming, output will be coming like this. And you can see here. You can see here, import math as m. Print the value of pi is m.p. We can use like this. So we will be doing this in the ideally. In the module we'll be doing. So we'll be pasting this. Okay. So we can rename this math as my. We can do this. So I'm going to save this with the name math sample. Okay. I'm saving with the math sample name, and previously we can see the value. I'm saving the previous thing also. I'm saving the previous code also. Direct importing without renaming. This is direct importing. So directly we are importing. Import statement example to import standard module math. Directly we are importing this, but it is renaming. Second one is renaming. This is Python import statement, direct importing we are doing this. And here import with rename. Import with rename. This is the import with rename. We will be copying this in the program for better understanding. So here is already it is there. Import with the rename. I'm putting it as hash per comment. Already it is there, but just now I have imported that. No need. Okay. So we can rename it as a m. The value of pi is m.py. Okay. We can do like this. The third thing, see here, you can understand now. We can do it like this. Import from, we can do it in two different ways. From and import statement. We can do it in a from and import statement. We are going to see that. I'm just I'm pasting that. I'm pasted in the module. Import only pi from a math module. So see here, this example, if you see here example, you will understand. We are doing it in from math, from and import. We are using the both the things. You are using the both the things. You can see here. Example you can see here. So import only pi from math module. From math, see here, from math import pi. So what does it mean? Only we are importing pi function from the math module, not all the functions. If I do like this, okay, just import math, what will happen? Import math, what will happen? It will import all the math functions. But I am not doing that. I am just importing the math function from math import pi. Only pi I am importing. From the module math I am importing only pi. So hope you understood this, isn't it? So that is the thing, from math import pi. Okay, I copied this in the module. In this module I have copied this. You'll be seeing all the outputs once at a time. At a time we'll be seeing all the outputs. Okay, so next here, see here, this is done. We can done it at the, we will be doing at the desktop. So what is here? From math import, we can put commas. How many we want, we can put commas. Pi comma e, like that comma. By putting commas we can insert n number of how many we want, we can import directly. So if I type pi directly, it will be coming. If I type e, it will be coming directly. So did you understand this? Exponential. So like this we will be getting values. So by putting comma, we can include n number of, how many we want, we can include. So by putting comma, we can insert the n number of things. How many we want, we can insert. From math import pi dot pi comma e comma sin theta cos theta, all those things we can do. Sin theta, cos theta, okay, tan theta, all the functions, how many we want, we can put to separate by the comma. How many we want, we can call like this by separating with comma. by separating with comma. Okay. Okay. Then directly we can call like this. Okay. And also, if we want to write this in the program, I can write it in the program. If you want, we can write it in the program. Exponential from import pi. Okay, we can write it in the program. Otherwise, we have seen like this, is it directly? Okay. Next one. Next one. Import all the names. All names. Okay. So see here, I will be explaining this and so here from math import star. Import star means everything, everything's, everything, all or all. Okay, this is the meaning of that. From math print the value of pi is pi. Can I write like this? We can use the star. Star means star is equal to everything or all. I can write like this. So I will be including this code. Import all names. I will be including this code in the. I will be including this code, all the code in the in this module. In this module, I will be including. Okay. Import all names. All names we want to import with a star. Using star from also we can import all the names. This is the I will be putting it as a comment. I will be putting this in a comment. So this is the module. This is the module. We have written all the things here, and I am saving this module. I am saving this module. See here. Now I am running this module. I am running this module. I am closing all the things. Okay. Now I am running this module. Run module. If I run this module, what will happen? We'll be getting all the outputs in different ways. In different ways, we have seen the outputs. We'll be getting all the outputs. What are the different ways? Just we are going to review that. Okay. So this many types we can directly use. Okay. Import statement directly we can use like this. Import math and import with rename. We can rename M as math as M. This is the rename. So from and import we can use like this. From math.import, but you need to observe this. From math.import pi, we did not mention the module name here. We did not mention the module name here because we are directly importing the from the module. We are directly importing the only one function. So we did not mention module name here. Directly we have written the pi. Are you getting me? Did you understand this? Okay. Did you understand this? Module name, without writing the module name directly, I can write like this. Okay. So next, so we can separate with the commas. How many we want, we can just import like this. By putting the commas, how many just functions we want inside that module, you can directly call like this. Okay. And import all names using the star, we can import like this. These are the all the different ways we have used in the same program. Same program we have used all the different ways. So we'll be getting output. We got the output same like this. So save file, save. Once again I am saving this, and directly we have called this here. Here I hope you understood this. I am writing as a comment for further use. Okay, so no need of mentioning module name math before calling before function pi. Okay, why no need? Directly we are calling the from that module only, we are calling that particularly one function. Okay, so no need of mentioning like this. So this is the comment. By seeing the comments you can understand what is inside that program. Okay, so for multiple comments we will be using like this. For multiple comments, if we want to mention the multiple comments, we'll be using like this. We'll be removing this hash. So I want to make it as a multiple comment. So multiple lines we can use like this, multiple comments if you want. So single line comment we will be using like this. So I hope you understood this, isn't it? So I hope you understood it. Shall we stop here? Shall we stop here or continue? Okay. So so we will be stopping. Tomorrow I will be continue 10 to 12. Okay. Meanwhile, just ask me any doubts. Any doubts? Okay. Yeah, tomorrow we are going to see the if else for loop, how we will be using in the programs. Okay, we are going to see all these things: if else, for loop, while loop. Okay, how we will be using for loop, while loop, if else, and and at the last I will be teaching you one simple project, one simple concept I will be teaching you. Okay, one simple project with a database I will teach you tomorrow evening. Further, if you need okay, I will be helping you in all the ways. Okay, so class is finished. Everybody understood this class? Hope everybody understood? Sure? Okay. Okay. Bye. Take care.